You have been outside for 2 hours. The temperature is -15. You stopped shivering 20 minutes ago. You think that means you are warming up. You are not warming up. This is a stage-by-stage breakdown of what freezing to death actually feels like. The physiology is documented. The experience is not what most people expect. Let's start at the beginning. 1. What your body is trying to do. Your core temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Every organ is calibrated to function within a narrow range around that number. When cold threatens that temperature, your body launches a defense. First, vasoconstriction. Blood is pulled away from your fingers, toes, ears, and nose toward your vital organs. This is why your hands go numb before anything else. Your body made a decision. Your fingers are expendable. Your heart is not. Second, shivering. Muscles contract rapidly and involuntarily to generate heat. It burns through your glucose reserves fast. 2. Mild hypothermia. Core temperature, 32 to 35 degrees. You are cold. Demandingly, painfully cold. Hands are clumsy. Fine motor control is gone. You are shivering hard. Thinking is slightly slower. Speech may be mildly slurred. You probably don't notice either. Skin is pale. The blood has been pulled inward. People around you can see something is wrong before you feel how wrong it is. At this stage, with shelter and warmth, full recovery is expected. 3. Moderate hypothermia. Core temperature, 28 to 32 degrees. The shivering has stopped. This feels like relief. It is not relief. Shivering stops when glucose is depleted. The mechanism generating heat has switched off. Core temperature is now falling faster than before. Confusion is significant. Decision-making is impaired in ways you cannot self-assess. You feel calm. That calm is a symptom. Coordination is failing. Heart rate is slowed. The electrical system coordinating your heartbeat is becoming unreliable. Paradoxical undressing begins in some victims. Vasoconstriction fails. Warm blood floods the periphery. The person feels intensely hot and removes clothing. In the snow, at -15, they feel warm while dying. Victims are found without clothing. No signs of assault, just the clothing, abandoned in the snow. 4. Severe hypothermia. Core temperature below 28 degrees. Consciousness is fading, not like sleep, more like a gradual dimming. Thoughts don't complete. Time loses its texture. The heart is now prone to ventricular fibrillation, a chaotic, uncoordinated quivering that produces no meaningful circulation. The primary cardiac cause of death in severe hypothermia, breathing has slowed. The brainstem is operating at reduced efficiency. Terminal burrowing has been documented at this stage. The person crawls into a small enclosed space, under a bed, into a corner. The rational brain is no longer directing behavior. Something older is. From the outside, a severely hypothermic person may appear dead. This is why emergency medicine has a protocol. You are not dead until you are warm and dead. 5. What the dying feels like from the inside. Survivor accounts are consistent. Early stages are dominated by intense, painful cold. As hypothermia progresses, the pain changes. Less sharp, less urgent. The cold is still there, but its insistence fades. This is not improvement. This is the nervous system losing the capacity to signal distress. A growing sense of calm arrives, a feeling that things are not so bad, that resting would be fine. This is generated by a malfunctioning brain. It is the most dangerous symptom because it stops people from saving themselves. Some feel warmth, real perceived warmth. The brain is misreading the signals. It believes them anyway. Drowsiness becomes irresistible. Falling asleep here means not waking up on your own. 6. The final stage. Below 24 degrees, the heart is electrically unstable. Ventricular fibrillation is now likely. The heart moves but does not pump. No blood reaches the brain. At normal temperature, the brain survives 4 to 6 minutes of circulatory arrest before irreversible damage. At very low temperatures, the metabolic rate drops dramatically, and this window extends. The lowest recorded core temperature from which a human has been resuscitated is 13.7 degrees Celsius. A young woman, found in cardiac arrest in near freezing water, survived without permanent neurological damage. 7. What actually kills you? Most commonly ventricular fibrillation. The heart quivers. Nothing pumps. Second, respiratory failure. The brainstem cools. The automatic drive to breathe weakens, then stops. Death from hypothermia is not violent. By the final stage, the experience is one of profound drowsiness and dissociation. The body removes the capacity to perceive what is happening. That is not comfort, it is biology. 8. Rewarming. Rewarming incorrectly can kill someone who might have survived. Rapid external rewarming causes cold blood from the extremities to flood back to the core, dropping core temperature further at the moment the heart is most vulnerable. Hospital rewarming is controlled. Warmed intravenous fluids, warmed oxygen. In extreme cases, a machine removes blood, warms it, and returns it, rewarming from the inside out. 9. The numbers. Hypothermia kills approximately 1,500 people per year in the United States alone. Most are not mountaineers, most are elderly people in inadequately heated homes or people under the influence of alcohol. Alcohol makes you feel warm while you lose heat faster. The warmth is real. It is also lethal. The heat you feel is the heat leaving your core. 10. Why cold targets the wrong thing first. Humans survive cold through behavior, shelter, clothing, fire, the cognitive capacity to recognize danger and respond to it. Hypothermia disables that capacity first. The confusion and false calm of moderate hypothermia target exactly the tools needed to survive it. By the time the danger is obvious to the person experiencing it, the ability to act on that danger is already gone. 11. The ethical question. Much of what medicine knows about hypothermia physiology comes from World War II experiments conducted on prisoners. The data has been a source of ongoing ethical debate. Whether findings obtained through atrocity should be used to save lives, what using them means. Medicine arrived at a complicated answer. The data exists. It has informed treatment protocols. The question of what to do with knowledge obtained that way has no clean resolution. The body does not go quietly. It shivers until it cannot. It constricts, burns glucose, redirects blood in increasingly desperate attempts to hold 37 degrees. And then, when the resources are gone, it does something unexpected. It stops fighting. The brain quiets. The cold stops feeling like cold. And the last thing many people feel before they lose consciousness is warmth. The body, at the end, gives them that.